everyone, it's Amy from Beyond Motion, and today I have Jamie with me, and I am so excited that all of you have been emailing in and texting me your questions as to what moves you want to see next. So from our bar class the other day, I had some really good questions from a lot of the girls, and we're going to go over one of my favorite glute sequences. So trust me, you're going to feel your glutes and hamstrings working like crazy. If they start to burn, you know you're doing it correctly. So the only prop you'll need today is either a countertop, a sturdy chair, or if you have a ballet bar at home, you can do that as well. And we're going to do just a couple of movements. Now each move we do, I want you to do 8 times. You're going to do each movement all the way through. You can repeat this sequence 3 to 4 times and then go to the other side. If you'd like, follow along with Jamie and I, and we'll lead you all the way through it. So we're going to start in first position. Now if you're a ballerina, your turnout is going to be much wider than ours is, but for today what I want you to do is to bring those heels together and make sure they're glued shut. Your belly button's to your spine, your tailbone is down, and your hand should be slightly in front of you on the ballet bar or chair with an elbow softly bent. And depending on how long your arms are and how tall you are will depend upon how far away you need to be from that ballet bar. So we're starting in first position. We're going to do 8 pliés here. Why don't you take this opposite hand and rest it at your pelvic girdle, and that way you know if you're going off center. You're going to lengthen your body, and I want you to imagine sliding down the back wall. So we're going to do 8 demi-pliés and pushing the floor away each time. 3, nice and lifted. 4, 5, 6, 7, one more time, and 8. Good. We're going to take the outside leg and we're going to slide up to a modification of passe. So we're working on keeping the leg turned out so that left foot slides up right behind that knee, really pushing this left knee open to feel the stretch through the hip and making sure the pelvis stays nice and level. We're going to reach this leg behind us, and you may have to take your hand slightly in front of you and or reposition your bottom foot, again depending on the space you need. And we're going to make sure that this knee is turned outward to that wall. Can you feel that already, Jamie? Yeah, I can feel my tush already, so I hope you can too. Make sure your core is nice and tight and you find that mid-back. Now again, if you're newer, that left hand is resting right on your hip. If you want to challenge yourself even more, you can bring that hand over your head, making sure your shoulders are down. We're going to press this knee up to the sky 8 times. You ready? Take it up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, I feel it already, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to take this foot and tap. So you're going to reach the leg around and work to tap the opposite wall. And here's 3, keeping that knee lifted. 4, 5, 6, 7, one more time, and 8. We're going to pull everything in this time. So the knee is going to pull in, the arm is either resting at your hip or coming down to the hip, and then you're going to reach it all the way back up 8 times. So here's 2, and reach, 3, and reach, 4, and reach, really working that turnout of the leg, and 6, shoulders are nice and relaxed, 7, one more time, and 8, and reach that leg all the way out. We're going to pull it all the way into first position and turn toward the ballet bar. Let's do 8 more pliés in first position. Taking that spine nice and long. Again, making sure your knees fall over about your second toe and your belly's nice and tight. Here's 6, 7, and 8. We're going to step out to second position and do 8 here. Again, sliding down that wall, making sure your knee and ankle line up and those knees are pressing outward toward your little toe. And 5, 6, nice and tall, 7, lifted heart, and 8. Go ahead and pull those legs back together. Same leg, so we're still on the left side. We're going to reach this leg behind us in a nice arabesque. Again, the hip has a slight turnout, the elbows are hugging in and the chest is lifted. We're going to pull this left knee inward toward the ballet bar or elbow. Pulling in as you exhale, inhale, reach. And 2, keeping the upper body lifted, making sure not to fold in. And exhale. And 5, nice. And 6, how's it going, Jane? Good. 7, excellent. One more time, and 8. Let's take this leg down in front. Nice, we're going to do a nice little stretch here. So I'm going to have you take your hands to the top leg and just stretch back. Can you feel that in your hamstring and your glute? Mm-hmm. I can too. And my heart rate's up a little bit. Okay, come all the way in. Let's take a deep breath. And exhale, stepping this right foot out. Now we're back in first position. Let's do 8 pliés in first over here. 1, and 2, nice and lifted. 3, I'm pushing down into that ballet bar to make sure the chest stays lifted. 6, 2 more here. 7, one more time, and 8. I'm going to slide the right leg up this time. And if you're like me and you have one side that's a little tighter than the other, you can stay here for just a moment and press that knee open to stretch through that hip. We're going to take this foot behind us, lift that knee up again, really working to rotate the knee outward. And again, if you're taller, shorter, longer arms, you may have to readjust. Hug those elbows in, and let's lift it for 8 over here. Press 8 and 7, 6 and 5. Here's 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. We're going to tap that toe, so I'm going to tap toward the wall again, really squeezing into that glute. And 4, I know I feel the burn. 5 and 6, and she's smiling back there through it. And hold one more time. Okay, so we've done the tap, we've done the lift. We're going to pull in for that plie. So you're going to pull in and reach. Now notice this time we're facing the ballet bar. Before we were facing on an angle, but I want you to be able to see both angles of it. So you're pulling in and reach, and this might be a little bit easier for you if you need a little bit more control and stability, and hold right here. Good, so we've reached that leg behind. So again, on this last one, we're going to take this knee pulling to the elbow. So if you need to hug back a little bit or move back a little bit further, you can. And we're going to pull that knee in, reach and extend. And 2. So you might find that this is a new exercise for you, a group of exercises, that facing your counter or your chair or your ballet bar is easier. Let's do 2 more here. Exhale, 1 more time, and exhale and reach it all the way back. Pull that leg back in, and let's just slide out to second position. Again, hands are resting on top, shoulders are down, and slide down that wall. And if you liked the challenge of facing the side, you can do that as well. 4, 5, 6, 2 more here, 7, 1 more time, and 8. Let's take it all the way back in. We're going to cross the right leg in front, take the hands to the top of the thigh, and stretch back. I know, I feel it too. Your hips. Come all the way back up, and let's go to first position. So you have lots of options. Facing the bar, facing the side with one hand at your hip or pelvic girdle, or letting the arm come all the way up. Now in class, we don't just do 8 of each one of these. We do 8 for 3 or 4 sets of each movement before we go on to the next one. So at home, if you want to do all of those movements, each one 8 times, and then repeat the entire sequence, I'd repeat it 3 more times if you can. So try the workout, comment below, let Jamie and I know how you did, and if you have questions and want to see the next series, tune in again next week. We'll see you real soon. Have a great day.
Thank you.